Good afternoon. In this video, we're going to go over this past week's trades and the weekly recap. Okay, before I get into the trades for the week, I just want to say I did finish the week with 21 wins, 5 losses for a win rate of 80.77% for the week. I did meet my 80% goal, but I was up 90% until Friday. I had more losses on this yesterday on Friday than I did the entire week, because I only had 2 losses all week long. Then I had 3, 1 overnight and 2 during the day. So we'll get into that when we get to it. But yeah, the week was good. Friday kind of sucked, but it is what it is. And yeah, so with that said, if you're not in the room, you can find the link in the description of the video and in the bio sections of social media. So let's just get started with Monday. Now, I also want to add before I get started on Monday that you can go onto Twitter and you can see the timestamps of all the alerts and stuff like that. So that way you can see that they're done beforehand and not afterhand. That's why I post the stats, not to brag. It's just it's for proof that this is the calls I made and stuff like that. So Monday I had 4 trades, 4 winners. I picked out, let's see, Facebook was one of the ones I was watching a lot this week. So because they had the earnings run up and it started to dump and it popped back up on the 29th, and which was I think Thursday, then this was Friday. Now usually when you have these big run ups, I know it's earnings, they usually like to come back down, at least retest the RCT trend line, which it did, and that's what I was anticipating. So this is let's see, let's just make sure that my mouse is working. Yeah, okay. For some reason not the last video, but the video before, my mouse was not showing up. But yeah, this is Friday, so I was looking at it on Monday that if it broke the 325, I would jump in puts, and I did. I jumped in Facebook 315 puts at $1.09, and it dropped to the 200 EMA, which is the purple line, and then went to $1.37. One of the things I like to do in the room, I like to try to call out the place ahead of time, because people always say that they can't catch it, it moved too fast. Well, that's just the way trading is. I mean, when you see a move, when you're mirroring someone's trade, you're not going to get the same price. You're pretty much chasing alerts. So that's why I'm trying to give out kind of like a pre-play warnings. People know what I'm looking at. If it does this, this is what I'm going to do. So that way they can try to get in before me or at the same price and not chase after me, because that's just, when you're following anyone's alerts, no matter who it is, you're chasing, you're already behind the game. So you need to learn to see what I'm seeing and get in when I get in, or even before, and get to play. So that way you're not chasing. That's part of the game. If you're just sitting back and waiting for an alert to chase an alert or follow or mirror alert, you're not going to get anywhere. You need to understand the process and the logic behind it. So that's why I'm trying to do that, which no one else seems to do. And I'm trying to give people in the room an advantage or at least a heads up of what's going to happen and what I'm going to take if there's something happens. So another thing that I like to try to do. So next one was Apple. I had 1021. I am lagging really bad for some reason. It must be Steam. Yeah, Steam's running in the background. I'll close that out, get that out of the way. There we go. Okay, now I had Apple puts at 1021. Let's see. 1021 on the 3rd, which is right here. Now Apple had a nice little run up, 1023, 1021, which should be right here. Now, I was looking at it over on Friday. The higher day on Friday was 133, 150-ish. Right here, it started to get a little sluggish right here at Friday's highs. I always refer to the previous day's highs, lows, and close because there seemed to be a big factor. And it popped up just a little bit for a little false breakout right here, and it came back down. So I did grab that. The 132 puts went from 75 cents to 145 in this drop if you held all the way through. So that was a nice little Apple play right there. Very patient on that. I just did not, I'd hate chasing these large candles, and I didn't really think Apple was going to break out. I actually had it on the short side because of, let's see, where was Friday? Yeah, right here. Had the earnings gap up, then it just sold off. So I figured, okay, if it broke below this 131 area or 132 area, it was just going to collapse, which it did right here. But yeah, I caught that right there. So this was timed perfectly on Apple. Then I got Twitter. Let's see, Twitter. Now, Twitter, I think, had news. Right, yeah, I had news. I think I grabbed Twitter, 56 calls at 77 cents at 12.21, which is this candle right here. Now, there was news. I think Kathy Wood bought a bunch of shares, or there was a large dark pool or something. So I chased it, and they went from 77 cents to $1.05. So I ended up, I think I caught up in here. I definitely chased it. I've been trying to tag in the room risky when I think it's risky, or if I'm doing bad, if I had a lot of calls bad or wrong in a row, I will label it risky just to let people know that I'm on a losing streak, or I think the play is risky itself. And if I chase, I've been labeling that I chased it. So that way people know, okay, I chased it. And if you're chasing it with me, there's a high probability you're going to lose and stuff like that. So, but I didn't tag Twitter with the chase. I think that's when I started to do it. The last one on, okay, wait a minute here. Why did not show up? What did I type that? Okay, it looks like we're having an issue with Twitter. Not Twitter. Toss. I'll pause the video for a second. Okay, it just took forever to load. I don't know what Toss's issue is, but okay, then I had Toss puts at 3 o'clock on the 3rd, which is right here. Now, I believe Powell was speaking around 3 o'clock. Yeah, 2:20 he was speaking. Okay, so get back here. I had the 41.95 puts at 3 o'clock, which is right here. Now, Powell was having his little speech right here, and it did pop up a little bit. It started at 2, and 2:20 was right here. It popped up, then it started to come back down, and you can see right here, this is where it broke down. Chop, broke down, came back up. See, normally I would have probably got it right here, because you get a descending wedge, you get a lower highs, and it's flattening out right there. So that's a descending wedge, and if it breaks this 41.94 area, it's gonna get smashed. But what is with Toss? Oh my God, Toss is terrible today. Yeah, I didn't take it there because normally that's where I've been getting trapped. So I waited, and obviously for Powell, because I mean at this point in time it's 120 and Powell's at 220, so I just wanted to wait. So when it did come back down, I did grab the 41.95 puts at 120. So at this point in time, 41.95 is right here. It's not that much. I mean, all I need to do is drop 6 points. It's gonna skyrocket. So it did. It went into the money. It went from $1.20 to $6.50. So that was a good play. So at 4-0 on Monday. Now Tuesday, I had SPY out of the gates. Yeah, right out of the gates on the 4th, right here. Now, gap down right here. I had a little bit of a sell-off right here, and I grabbed calls right when I got over the 416 area. It just popped and dropped. I mean, it popped just a little bit. I had the 418 calls. They went from 80 cents to 92 cents, so it just popped a little bit, then it just dumped. Usually when you have a sell-off going into open like this right here, it likes to trap what do you want to call it, shorts, and just rock it. Now what happens is I chased it right when I got right at open, because SPY just has been, it just rips nonstop if it gets any momentum behind it. No pullbacks, no nothing. It just keeps going and going. And I actually thought to this day, Tuesday, was going to be the day it was going to do that, and it didn't. It was a fake out, and it got slammed. So not much upside, only 12 cents, but did catch a little bit of it. And I had, excuse me, BA. I had BA twice now. Right. Let's see. Yeah, I grabbed the BA 22750 puts at 941 for 75 cents. Now, BA, as you can tell, it's been sitting in this range right here of the 235. So I waited the first candle out right when it got to the second candle, and it dropped below this 235 area. I grabbed the puts at 75 cents and then went to $4.35. So that was a a nice little play right there. Then I ended up grabbing BA calls at 1039, which is right here. Now I had this massive dump right there, and these big long red candles just shows a lot of downforce. The elastic band scenario, where if it gets stretched too far, it's going to pop back up. So when it had these big red candles and I had this green candle, and it started to look like it was going to pop back up, I grabbed it right here. I grabbed the 237.50 calls at 96 cents. It only popped up a little bit and went from 96 to 105. Not much. Then it dropped back down. Then the next time I grabbed calls at noontime. Now, what I saw, I was much more confident in this one, because you got a low here and a lower low, but you get a bullish divergence going on right here in the histogram. Now, I use the histogram mainly for spotting divergences. So he's making lower lows, but the histogram is making higher lows. So there is showing quite a bit of a bullish divergence right there. So I did grab BA 235 calls at 90 cents at 12 o'clock, which is this candle right here. And they went from 90 cents to 279. Had two nice big BA plays on. And this caught the drop down and caught the ride up. So that worked out really well. So another 4-0 day for Tuesday. Wednesday, oh boy, I traded a lot on Wednesday. Let's see. SPY puts on Wednesday, which is the 5th. Yep. Now I grabbed 416 puts at 935 right here, right when it broke below this area, pre-market area. They went from 60 cents to $1.45, which is a 100% win right there. If you held all the way through, it just dropped down. It broke this area right in here, this 417 area, and it came down. Decided to bounce a little bit off the 200 EMA. Then it just the 20 and the 37 just acted as resistance. The 20 did, and it just got pushed back down. So VWAP in here, yeah, it looks like VWAP's in there too. So all the moving averages were all together in this little area. So acting as resistance, and it got pounded right there. So then I had Tesla calls at 725. Tesla has been my Achilles heel all week long. Let's see, I had Tesla at 946 on the 5th, which is right here. Now Tesla, like I said, has been like my Achilles heel. This thing cannot get out of its own way. Where are you? The 5th. 946, which is right here. Now, I thought for sure, okay, it bounced the day before. We get in this little choppy area, consolidation area right here. It gets over the 683 area, that 684, that it was going to break out. And I jumped in the 725 calls at 202, and it just gets slammed. And I was like, okay, there's my first loss for the week, first loss for the day. So this ends up snowballing into more bad Tesla calls. I was like, okay, whatever. So I moved on. Then I grabbed Facebook puts at, let's see, the 5th. I gotta make sure I have the days right here. It's the only bad thing about doing weeklies. At Facebook puts at 10:04, which is right here. As you can see, it's chopped around through here, and it finally broke this area of 318. I remember calling out in the room if it breaks 318. That's where I would grab it. And I did. They went from 84 cents to $1.09 in this little drop right there, nothing substantial. Then I ended up grabbing Tesla calls again. I played a lot of Tesla this week. I mean, a lot. Probably, I think more than I've ever have in a week. Let me make sure I get the right day here, the 5th. I grabbed the 720 calls at $1. 720 calls $1.20 at $1.55 at 1042, which is right here. I can't see 1042. Right in here, right when it dropped down. Let me just blow this up a little bit. Right in here. As you can see, it dropped down and consolidated, and it looked like it was getting ready to break out right here. And that's where I grabbed them. Those 720 calls went from $1.55 to 183. Not much of a play. Just it is what it is. Then I ended up grabbing BA. I grabbed BA calls. Let's see, on the 5th. Grab BA calls at 1119, which is right in here, right at VWAP. I grabbed it right here for some reason. 235 calls at $1.06. I said it was risky, and it was. I remember. I think I got out like 2 cents. Came back down and it popped up, and I was able to get out slightly green, 2 cents, no big deal. But I was able to, as long as it held above the low of day, I was okay with it. I don't care about the option prices. If you take size the right way, you're not going to worry about the fluctuations. If you take too much size and you're worried about the fluctuations, and you're in too large, you just need to reduce size and play accordingly. So then I ended up playing Tesla puts. I was getting very frustrated with Tesla at this point because it couldn't break out, it couldn't break down. I mean, it just, this was getting very annoying. I grabbed them at, let's see, 1240, which is right here. Now, tried to get it here, failed, got this little push here, then it chopped, and when it got below this area right here, I grabbed the 620 puts at 226, and they went from 226 to 266, only 40 cents, so not much of a play there. And as you can see, it can't break out, it can't break down. It held this 268 area pretty well, so it just, Tesla has just been ranging most of the days this week, and it's been very, very annoying. Then I ended up playing SPX the last 2 days. On Wednesday, which day is Wednesday? The 5th. Okay, the first one I played was at 202, which I believe is right here. I grabbed the 4165 is at $1.15. Got that little drop. Doesn't look like much, but on SPX, they went from $1.15 to $1.80. It just, you gotta remember one thing is that you're at 41.80 and you're getting 41.65. It doesn't take much to drop, especially at this time of day. This little, 5-point drop just sent it 60 cents. So Wow. 65 cents. So it wasn't too bad. Then I ended up grabbing it again. I mean, if you're up 50 cents or something on SPX, you should take your money. I mean, this can reverse really hard like it did right here. You got your 60 cents plus, then it reversed hard on you. SPX will do that. It's very, the moves are very violent. It doesn't take much to go to zero or lose. It's half its value in seconds. So then I ended up grabbing at 3 o'clock, 258 to be precise. I grabbed at the 41.70 at $1.15 again, same price but a different strike at $1.15, and it caught this move right here, and they went from $1.15 to $8.50, $8.50, a 600% move just right here because you're buying it at 41.80 and it went clearly into the money, and that's how you get these big runners on XPX. But like I said, they can go against you really fast or even slightly, and you'll get chopped to death. So that's just part of the game. So then on Thursday, I had, let's see, what did I finish Wednesday with? 7 wins and 1 loss. So it was pretty good. You know, I only had 1 loss for the week. Thursday, I had 5 wins and 1 loss, and I started out with SPY puts. For once, SPY did not get me, didn't burn me this week. Okay, I grabbed SPY puts at 9.33. It popped up and it came back down. Now I grabbed it 4.13. Okay, wait a minute. 4.13 puts at $1. Now I think now went from $1 to $1.60. Now I think what happened here is I remember that if I go into a smaller time frame, then I think we can see it better. Is this the 6th? Okay. Now I got it right here as it was dropping, and it rocketed back up, and it just chopped, and when it did this, it pretty much killed a lot of premium in this time. But I grabbed it right here, popped back up, I stayed in it again, it actually came back down. So they went from $1 to $1.60 if you held all the way through. But I remember that I got it at $1 right here when it popped up. I mean, it lost like, I think it was like 70 cents, 60 cents. I lost 40% of its value just in this little area. So I play with a size that I don't really care about. If I end up losing all of it, I don't care. I mean, I'll make up for it the next trade. I'll make up for more size and stuff like that. So that I'm fine with. That's why you need to have your own risk management. You don't play my plays. You're not me. You don't have the account size to play the way I play. This is just, this is for educational purposes only. So not everything is going to work out the way you want to. So you just got to learn to adjust sizes and stuff like that. Play with size you can afford to lose. If you're playing with size or with money you can't afford to lose, then you shouldn't be playing it like that. You reduce size so you actually can handle the fluctuations and the loss. Don't play with what you're not willing to lose. Let's see. So, yeah, they went from $1 to $1.60. Then I ended up playing Disney puts. Now, Disney just hasn't been able to get out of its own way. It's just been going down. Now, let's see. I grabbed Disney at 9.58, which is right here in this candle. I think I grabbed it when it broke below this area right here. I'm not sure if I got it here at 181.50 or if I got it down here. I got it in this candle right here. Either way, it would have been, it's good either there or there. So they went from, let's see, the 180 puts I got at 85 cents. They went from 85 to $1.39. Let's see where I actually grabbed it. 9.58. 9.58. This is the 6th. Okay, 9.58. Might get my heater right here. I grabbed it in this candle. I grabbed it right here. Yeah, I did grab it right when it broke below this area right in here. This is where I ended up grabbing it. So, okay. Like I said, the 180 puts went from 85 cents to $1.39. Then my second loss of the week. Was Tesla again. Tesla was like, I think almost 90% of my losers this week. Tesla. I grabbed calls again. I'm gonna blow up this area. I got him at 10:08 right here. 10:08. It started with these big long candles. I guess I didn't buy the breakout up here. Blow up this area. Get these long red candles right here. Looking for this little bounce back up. I grabbed it at 10:08, which is right here, right in this area, right in there. And I got the 190, the 695 calls at $1.90. It's very risky because of the bounce, because of the drop. It did bounce a little bit, then it just dropped more, and I don't know if I took any off. Let me see if I did. Let's see. The 6th. No, I didn't. I didn't take any off at all. I ended up stopping out at $1.42. So I thought maybe I took some off right here when it popped a little bit, but no, I probably was waiting for a bigger move and just got slammed on me. So yep, there's another Tesla loss. So then I had SPY puts at 412. No, 412. 412 was the puts. I got it about 1105. Actually, 1108 when I got them right here. Dropped, popped back up to VWAP. When it broke below VWAP, that's where I grabbed it. I even put, I chased it. I labeled I chased it 1108 and 96 cents, and then went from 96 to $1.04. Not much. I chased it and it just got reversed. Then I ended up grabbing them again at 1154, which is right here. And I grabbed them. Let's see if the 415. They were 415 puts this time. And I grabbed it at 90 cents and then went to 96. I grabbed it right there, thinking we were going to get a nice drop. Now, as you can see, this is the area where it found resistance the day before on Wednesday. It's 417.15. That's why I took it. And just a small move. It just wasn't a lot of small winners on Thursday. Then I said, okay, I'm going to grab an overnight put of the 415. So I grabbed it again at 81 cents. I think I grabbed it right up here at 12.37, which is right in this candle right here. Right here is where I grabbed it. I got them cheaper at 81 cents. I said risky, possible overnight hold, and I didn't hold it overnight. It dropped throughout the afternoon, and I ended up grabbing it and got out from 81 cents to $1.30. I'm not going to leave 50 cents on the table on a SPY put, especially if it gaps up overnight. I'm glad I did because it ripped in the day. So that was Thursday. No, Friday I held. I got Baba. Now, Baba had news. I can't remember what the news was. But it had some kind of bad news, and I chased it. I got to 222.50, puts at 78 cents. I chased it. I did sell some of it at 90, hoping for a gap down, and it didn't. It didn't work out. It just gapped up, and ended up being the third loss. I mean, to me, I thought this was a pretty good play because it dropped, but I waited for it to rebound, and I did manage to get a little bit. It chopped, and I thought, okay, we're gonna gap down, and they're gonna go in the money, and it's gonna be a good overnight hold. So I held it overnight, and it ended up being a loser. I didn't have that many left over. I took a lot of my losers I had on Friday. I took reduced some size on a couple of them. So that was the third loss, Baba. And then I took Tesla right here. Now, Tesla, another Tesla. So this was the third Tesla loss out of my 5 losers. Now, Tesla has just been failing to break out. See right here, this is what I was looking at. Right here on Wednesday, it couldn't get up, break out over pre-market high, and it got slammed. I was thinking the same thing right here. It opened up, it got here, it rejected pre-market high, and I thought for sure it was going to get slammed. I thought it was going to be a repeat of this right here, but it didn't. It just rocketed on me, and I was like, okay, whatever. I should have been more patient. I should have waited for it to get extended and grabbed it up here, but it is what it is. So that was a loss by Tesla. Then I ended up grabbing BA again. I did have another Tesla one, but I want to keep them going in the timestamps. I did have BA at 1119, which is right here. Now, as you can see, I was looking at on the hourly, the 235 area, 234 area, as you can see right here, it broke down right there. So I was looking at this resistance right here on the hourly, which is right here. And I was like, okay, it's starting to come down. I'm going to take it right here. So I grabbed the 232.50 puts at 65 cents. And I did sell some at 80 cents. I should have dumped them all at 80. It wouldn't have been a loss. But I was expecting it to really drop the VWAP and possibly go in the money, but it didn't. So whatever, it is what it is. So I didn't lose too much on that. Like I said, I reduced size on a couple of my losers, but Tesla I didn't. Then I had played Tesla again. This time it wasn't a loser, which was made me a little happy. But see, this is what Tesla. Ooh, whoa! I didn't want to do that. Back this out. Tesla's been like getting into an area like right here, failing to break out the 685. It cannot break out. It just stays in this area. It can't break down from 260. I mean not 260, 660, and it stays into 685. And it's like, okay, it's ranging, and I hate it when it ranges like that. So I did grab the 665 puts at $1.16. I grabbed them at $1.63, but I played at 116, which is right 116. I think it's right here, right in here where I grabbed it. I grabbed it right when it broke down. Inverted cup and handle right here. I grabbed it right at the 200 moving average. I do remember that. They ended up going from 163 to 365. I know that doesn't look like much of a big move, but when you're playing Tesla on a Friday, end of day, we're at 670, and they went right into the money that quick. So they ended up going 100%. So they are the inverted cup and handle. You can even say head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. But I was looking at a cup and handle at this point, and it broke the 200 moving average, and that's why I grabbed it. So, and it went down to the PDC, previous day's close, which is the white line, pretty close to it, which usually acts as support or resistance, and it acted as support. So yeah, Tesla was it likes to just get into this little range like it did like a couple weeks ago right here, which is what, 422 and 426. You can see you can't break out of the 742 area, and it stays above the 720, and now it's at the 680 and 660, and it's just staying in these little ranges where it won't break out. I mean, you just get where it wants to break out and it fakes you out. It wants to break out and dumps. Then it actually, when you expect it to fake out right here, it actually pops. So it is what it is. You get faked out all the time. It's part of trading, and sometimes you get them right, sometimes you get them wrong. But yeah, I had more losses on Friday than I did all week long, which is very, very annoying. But I'll try to be a lot more patient next week like I was the first half of the week of this week. And hopefully we have another big week. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe and like the video, and hope to see you in the room. Thanks for watching.